Leadership Opposite. Written by Jeffrey Bush. Narrated by J. Wesley Price. Introduction. What are you doing? Were you even thinking? These were a few of the snappy questions spewing out of the hot-tempered, red-faced owner. I was working at a cinder block factory during the winter break of college. It was only for a few weeks, but I desperately needed the income for the next semester. The work was intense, but the money was good. The day was ending, and my supervisor told me to clean up so we could head home. As I began cleaning, the owner stormed in and started yelling at me. It took me a minute to figure out what I had been doing wrong and why he was so angry. I tried to explain that I was following the orders of my supervisor, but to no avail. He was the owner, he was mad, and he could not be wrong. Throughout the years, I have seen good leadership and bad leadership. Leadership is all around us: government, work, school, church, and home. The world without leadership would be chaos. Leadership is needed, but sadly, the position of leadership is frequently abused. God created leadership and has a specific way that it should be carried out. The Bible is the most accurate and proven book of all times. It is in the Bible where we find out about life, work, marriage, friendship, money, and love. God teaches about every subject, and leadership is certainly one. We see leadership taught clearly by way of principle, command, and example. Yet God's way of doing things is not always how we would guess or imagine. In God's economy, to be greatest is to be servant, to live is to die, to receive is to give. Seems opposite of what we would think in our finite minds. In Leadership Opposite, you will discover what may seem to go against the grain of normal leadership, but these tried and proven principles are God's way to lead. Here to serve, Jeffrey Bush. Character surpasses talent. Character is your platform for ministry. You will never be more in public than you are in private. Character is who you really are on the inside. Character is much more important than your position, status, or how people perceive you. Psalm 15 appears to be the pinnacle chapter on character in the Bible. This short chapter talks about walking uprightly, working correctly, and speaking the truth in your heart, the place known only to you and God.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?